The other two things I want to say before I go. First of all, how quickly things can change. You know, the country when I was born, you know, a black person was never going to be president. Black people couldn't even sit in the front of the bus when I was born. You know, there were no computers, there were no cell phones. You know, it was a different world. No one had been in space, let alone walked on the moon. There were no satellites. There literally were no satellites when I was born. And now they're launching satellites every day. Things can change really fast when we want them to change, when it's time, and when we're just done with it. When we're just done with it, things change really fast. And the things that we can do, you know, we talk about, I don't have it to show you, but we'll be able to get to you. We have this. It's like a wheel. It's a circle of 12. It's the 12 things that you can do that'll make the most difference. And it's like a bullseye, you know, because there's steps 1 through 5 in each of them where you can do something. How do you get out of your gas car? You know, and half of them have to do with your footprint. You know, how can you stop for yourself? Because right now, you know, if you're driving a gas car, if you got gas heat in your house, you are personally participating in the destruction of the planet, in harming your own grandchildren, your own descendants. And you don't have to. You can get out of it. And you'll probably save money thanks to all the work that's been done. You'll probably save money doing it. But the start is really simple. It's just saying, I'm done. I'm done, and I commit to doing something different. And just that, in just 5 minutes, you can commit to all those 12 things. Anyway, half of them have to do with your footprint, the things you do directly, and the things that you're paying other people to do for you. You know, we're basically paying people to grow our food to destroy the planet for us, and we keep buying their food or the products that we buy. But we don't have to. We can change that. But everyone talks about footprint, and I talk to young people who think, you know, God, I have a footprint, I have a carbon footprint, I don't have to do it, I'm destroying the world. The best thing I could do would just be to not even be here. I shouldn't have kids because, you know, we're wrecking everything. And that's the problem with this idea of the footprint. That's only half of it. We also have a handprint. We have things we can do. You can put 10,000 tons of carbon into the atmosphere as your footprint, but you can help shut down a coal plant that was putting 100 million tons of carbon into the air. And your handprint can outweigh your footprint, and then you are not a problem, you are the solution. You and your children to come are the solution. So half of the things that you can do have to do with increasing your handprint, taking action so that your money is doing what you want it to do. Your investments are doing what you want it to do. The organizations that you support are building the world you want. The leaders that you vote for are doing the things you want. And the social community around you is working for these things. And we can do those things. And like I said, it's in these 12 realms with your handprint and your footprint. It just 5 steps in each one. And the first is just saying, I'm done. I commit to doing something different. And the second thing is just to take one step, to think about getting an electric car. The first is just commit, I will never buy another gas car, because you shouldn't, because you're just getting ripped off. You're going to lose money if you do. If it costs $10,000 more to buy, but it saves $20,000 to run for the rest of the time you own it, it's cheaper now to get an electric car. Point is, first you got to just decide you're going to do it. Second, you just got to take one step. Third, you take some more steps, you build it into your life. Like the second step around food would be to eat one vegetarian meal. You know, and the third would be to eat one vegetarian meal every week. I was reading that's the equivalent of saving 1,000 miles of driving a car if you had one vegetarian meal a week for a year. Okay, so build it into your life. Fourth level is do it every day. The fifth level is get other people to do it too. And we can all be doing those things. In 5 minutes a day, we can all be switching over. We can all be the ones who say, I'm done. I'm out. You guys are going to do what you're going to do, but I'm done. And that way we become then the businesses that are doing that get our support. The leaders who are doing that get our support. Our money is aligned with what we're doing. Our investments, everything about what we're doing is lined up. Because we've been just sending mixed messages. We've been saying we think this is a problem, but we aren't really gonna, go and shut down the stereo. It's time to shut down the stereo. It's time to say it's over. We're done. And it starts right here with me. I'm done.